Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina and our fabulous guests in our virtual studios today. Tina, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. We have the one and only Manny Lopez in studio today. Whoop, whoop. For those of you who do not know Manny, this is a guy to know. And we also have, she's almost celebrity style. I think by the end of the show, she's gonna be celebrity style. What do you think?
She came in pretty hot. Lauren Turton, how you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm super excited to be here and to connect with everyone and get updates of what's been happening for the last 6 months.
We're gonna get our very first shows way back in the day, and so is Manny.
Party time. Let's do this.
Right, but we have some exciting things that both of them are launching and kicking off. So super excited to have them with us in the studio today. Lauren, where are you coming in from?
I live in San Diego, California, and specifically I live in La Jolla.
She's in my time.
You can't come in here from California and not have Tina go Valley Girl back on us.
Oh my God, really? Because when you're from La Jolla, you gotta talk Valley Girl.
Manny, are you close to there?
About an hour, maybe an hour and a half away. So I'm a little bit north past Temecula and what they call the LE. Some people are like, Manny, you live in LA? And I'm like, no, LE, Lake Elsinore. And they're like, where is that?
But
so I just tell people near Temecula.
Pretty over there. So pretty over there. I mean, it's beautiful in La Jolla. I love La Jolla Cove. That's like my happy place. But Lake Elsinore, oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful. And,
Yes.
Manny Lopez, he's an award winner.
Yes, award-winning hair right here. You all can see it. Bam. Get the close-up. Get the close-up.
I told him yesterday, I said, you make sure that your hair looks on point because you're going to be...
I had to spend an extra couple minutes today just to make sure I didn't have anything popping out anywhere. We've got to keep it fresh.
When we were hosting our 100th episode, we opened it up for folks to nominate their favorite guests, and it was People's Choice Awards. So whatever you wanted to nominate them for,
and Manny, he had the first nomination. Not
only award winning, the first nomination to come in was for you, and it was for best hair. Okay. And
first people think about is my hair. Awesome.
It's not a bad.
Your wife hasn't lived this down, has she?
I'm trying to be a little humble about it, right? I don't bring it up too much. So I'm trying to keep it on the low, but sometimes it comes out. I'm like, watch out, you just almost messed up the award-winning hair. So, she's having to deal with some of it, yes.
Okay, so how many products do you have in your hair?
One. It's that little Gorilla Snot Gel. That's it. That's the magic behind this stuff, guys. It's a $2 gel at Target. It's no big deal. And I've tried the fancy stuff. I've tried the stuff that's supposed to make your hair wavy and it just doesn't look good. I don't know. The hair has to be held down with a brick. And this thing is.
How hard is it?
Right now, it's pretty soft still. It's still hardening up. So I don't want to touch it. It might just pop out somewhere. But I'm still hardening.
In the next 2 hours or so, it'll harden?
By the end of the show, it should be pretty hard. I should be able to go pow on it and it won't move.
I need some of that. Can I get some?
Yeah, let me show you. I'll be right back.
It's Gorilla
by the end of the day, I'm all drooped. And
Angel, I have noticed that your hair recently is even more fabulous.
Isn't it?
But this is it. This is the secret sauce.
A tube of oil.
I try to look like that, but it just doesn't work. So I end up looking like this.
It's really called Gorilla Snot Gel.
Gorilla Snot Gel. It's
and you bought it. You bought it. Not only did they name it that, you bought it.
Yeah, I don't know when I started using this. I think my kids started using this, and because I never grew my hair out. This for 20 plus years was a shave me to a 1. Every time I went to the barber, and I looked like this little cholo all the time.
You look like a cholo.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, the wife was like, let's try growing it out. Let's see what happens. Because I had this cowlick right here in the middle. You can't tell now because the hair's long, but when it's short, there's a swirl right here. And I've always had this biggest fear that this thing was going to just make my hair look so weird when it got big. Yeah, like it was just gonna keep spinning. And I was like, what the heck is my hair gonna look like? So I'd always just shave it off out of fear. And then when I grew it out, I was like, wait a second, I can control the dang thing with this little snot gel. Hello.
That is like the worst marketing ever. And this is the best marketing ploy that anybody has ever had on here. That looks like a bottle of like an oil, like for a car.
Yeah, it's unique. It stands out, I guess. It's easy to find.
Right? And it's $2 at Target.
Yeah,
So
it's
you are
like
Target
nothing
and your
burgers. It's
girl
nothing
is not
fancy.
selling. You're watching today. Manny Lopez needs a sponsor.
I know, huh? Grill snot gel. Send me a box of these. I try to get Zip Fizz because I really like Zip Fizz. If I have one of these around here, but I try to get them here. These things, Zip Fizz. I try to get them to send me a box of them.
What are those?
It's energy drinks. It's a little thing. It's like 42,000% of vitamin B12. So it's just straight energy. And vitamin C, like 800% of vitamin C. So you get all that immune system stuff. Again, no product placement. I'm not a sponsor of these guys, but I just use them. I like this stuff. And I try to get them to sponsor me. I hit them up on Facebook. I was like, can you guys sponsor me? Just send me some boxes. I don't want no payment. Just send me Zip Fizz. I literally have people. I went to their house. I went to a guy's house in, what was this, Boston, Chicago? Somewhere on the East Coast area, right? And he literally has on his wall, he has a picture of Zip Fizz and he puts it on his dream board. Like, this is Manny's secret sauce. You guys ever watch Space Jam, right? And when they're getting their butt kicks and then Bugs Bunny comes in with that secret water, that magic water, right?
It's like 30 years back.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies. I love it. And that was like the thing. Like I look at this and people are like, that's Manny's secret stuff.
The secret
That's the
sauce.
stuff that gets him going.
We need
It's just really a lot of energy.
to switch up. I mean, we're still
We
gonna
go to Super Fizz, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Super
Oh, I
Fizz.
have my secrets. This is my secret lipstick.
Oh.
Is this Maybelline
has
number
probably sold
388?
100 tubes of this lipstick.
I do. I need it because it is my secret
100
lipstick.
tubes of lipstick, 100 tubes of Zip Fizz.
Yeah, we're good to go. We'll just
We got
be
our
sitting on the
addictions.
street corner passing this
That's
stuff out, Manny. We're like, we'll be popular. We'll be celebrities. We'll get
Right.
our own star, right, on the Hollywood like Hall of
Hollywood
Fame.
Boulevard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fabulous. Oh, all right, Lauren. What do you have a secret sauce? Do you have a secret something like that keeps this girl rocking and going and moving and all the fabulous stuff that you do?
Water. Lots of water. That's
Only
pretty
water.
much it.
That's
Water. Not so secret.
The not so secret right there.
Mhm.
Right? Mine definitely is not a secret. Mine is straight coffee.
great coffee. Well, okay, so today is a pretty special day for Miss Lauren here in our virtual studio, and I'm super excited to be kicking it off. As Tina says, we are your Good Morning. What did you say? Our Good Morning America.
Yeah, we're their Good Morning America. So you know how celebrities, when they have a movie coming out in a couple of weeks, they start to promote, right? They start to go all these press releases. They start to do all these shows. Well, they start on Good Morning America, like at 7 o'clock in the morning in New York. And then at 9 o'clock, they go to Kelly and Ryan, right? And then they go to The View, and then they go, over and over. So I'm like, oh, we're their Good Morning America, because everybody who has their day starts their day.
They do their media tour, right? Just go boom, boom, boom. Well, we are kicking off the media tour for Miss Lauren Turton. You want to give us a little background about what we're celebrating today?
Yes, we are celebrating my #1 bestsellers day because I released my book, Soul Career Clarity, last week, and it already hit bestseller status. And so today is #1 bestseller day.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
What number are you at right now? Because by the end of the show, we are going to get you to #1 status.
Let's see. So
Well,
let me hit
hopefully, 'cause
refresh.
It does refresh every hour, right?
So yes, and if it doesn't happen during the show, that's fine because I'm promoting 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as the #1 bestseller hour. And that's when all my friends, family, and network are going to be purchasing Soul Career Clarity. So right now it is sitting at number 9, 11, and 14.
Ooh, it's
You
close.
are already bestseller.
Already
You are
bestseller.
bestseller.
Categories.
3
Right?
categories.
Really,
Yes.
like top 10, right? Almost in 2 of them. Actually, you're
Mhm.
top 10 for sure. Yeah, it'll hit. And so what'll end up happening, and the nice thing about Amazon, they want their authors to do well, right? They want their products to sell. If you've got a product and it's selling on Amazon, they do everything they can behind the scenes to, to promote your products. Every single book gets its very own webpage. It gets its own link. It gets its own analytics. It gets its own algorithms. They want you to do well. So it can end up as a hot new release.
It already hit that one.
Oh,
it was number one hot release in one of the categories last week.
Oh, right. So this is a big deal. Now tell us about the book, Lauren.
So I work with women who want to break through to their next level of success. And I've created a 8-step formula to help them through this process. So Soul Career Clarity is based off of this formula. So in the book, you'll be diving into mindset, identifying and overcoming limiting beliefs, tapping into what your natural born gifts are, and then honing in on what your purpose in life is. After you go through that, you're then going to analyze what your current reality is. You're going to map out your biggest dreams and goals. And then I have a way to create a detailed action plan to bridge the gap so you can turn your dreams and goals into your reality and you can live the life you desire and deserve.
Okay. And so you want people to go and buy it tonight at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Pacific is the hour.
Lauren, do you have a link?
Yes, I do.
You're on Facebook on the live. So put the link in there.
So find it.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Get on there and buy this book so she can hit that #1 bestseller.
Yes, I'll drop the link. The link is super easy. It's bit.ly/soul career clarity. SCC are capitalized.
Okay.
I found you. Oh, you guys can hear me now.
I was gonna say, which
I'm
one of
share
us
the video to my socials.
So when we do watch parties and we turn it on, it brings up the volume.
Super loud too.
Manny,
same thing.
Have you published a book? Are you an author?
I have a collab book I did a couple years ago. I'm currently writing a solo project, but this is the thing that will take probably like 3 or 4 years for me. I'm really slow at doing solo projects. But yeah, I have a book that came out a couple years ago. We did a bestseller campaign. It went #1 in 5 different categories for like a week. And that was pretty fun. And I teach a little strategy on that. So Lauren, please tell me you have a giant text list that you're hitting right at 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, all my lists. Everything's happening at 6 o'clock. I have the most traction on my Instagram page, so I'll be going live on there.
Nice.
The whole day is mapped out.
Are you gonna wear your unicorn?
Be able to hit them all at the same time. That's the key.
Should I wear?
Unicorn.
You guys know I love costumes and things. So yeah, I could dress up tonight. Why not?
So did you guys see, Manny, you might not like this part, but so yesterday I'm a big Channing Tatum fan, so he posted this unicorn picture and it was hilarious. And I thought it was so funny. I have to show you.
Screenshot it 17 times.
I did actually. So this is him. He said he quarantined himself in his daughter's bedroom.
That'll be me tonight at 6 in my unicorn
with all
costume.
the muscles hanging out and everything.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Exactly the same. How funny. Oh, how funny. Okay.
And everybody was posting about it this morning. I thought that was funny.
And Manny,
I'm still stuck with some pink fingernail polish, but it's about as girly as I got this week.
See, he has a daughter. She's what, 8?
She's 5. Yeah.
What?
5, and she just loves to play girly time with daddy. So I get to have some.
He lets her put makeup on him, paint his nails.
Hasn't she done your hair? Hasn't she done stuff with your hair too?
Yeah, she's tried. The only thing I haven't let her done is like the face. Like she tries to put makeup on the face, and I'm like, nah, like you're gonna poke me in my eye because she does not know how to do that. She gets a little thing and she's like trying to do this, and literally she just poke me in the eye, and I'm like, okay, girl, I can't be blind after you play with daddy. So let's just stick to the fingers and my toes. You can paint my toes and my fingers.
But she puts barrettes in your hair too, right?
She does try to she doesn't know how to get him in there. She could see the wife do that stuff. And so she just grabs it like that and then just like sticks a little thing on top. and it falls off in like 2 seconds, but it's cute. You know, she tries. She's working at it.
I love it. I love
Maybe
it.
she'll be able to braid the award-winning hair. So we'll see a new dreadlocks or something coming soon. I don't know.
Oh, don't let her touch the award-winning hair now.
Oh
It's
no.
pretty thick. It can, you know, the wifey's grabbing it and throwing me around like this all the time. So she's testing it.
Yeah,
works.
it could take it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure she could do
I
something.
think he's taking it to a whole new level, this award-winning hair, because I keep seeing him posting award-winning hair, don't touch.
Yeah,
I
it's
His
love
wife
it.
is driving and he's like, award-winning hair, I can't be driving.
I can't wait till the family reunions, man. I'm gonna be walking in with a trophy and everything. I'm gonna go find one I can make or something. And
I just
or have
love
it
that
be
you're
the one that
having
you made,
fun.
I'll print it out and put it in a frame and just walk around with it. Guys, did you see? Did you hear? Did you hear?
Hey, create your a t-shirt, award-winning hair here.
Right, there you go. Award-winning hair, the big old arrow up there. And you're like, is it the beard or is it the hair? We don't know.
I just love that it was a man who won that award.
I love how Forbes got so mad too. She was like, wait a second, I spent 3 hours getting my hair done. He just wakes up and rolls out of bed. I was like, oh, Forbes, I love you, Forbes. There was some good stuff there. I was hilarious too, because like out of all the women that I know spend so much time on their hair, I won best hair. Okay.
However, you do spend how much time do you spend in the morning?
It's not, this thing is magic. I'm telling you, it's 5 minutes max. I'm sitting there, I wet my hair because it's water activated. And then boom, I put it in there until my hair can actually slick back. So that's when I know I have enough gel where I can slick it all the way back and it doesn't just
put in like a half a cup.
I have to do at least 2 big squeaks. Depends how much hair. Sometimes it's shorter and I can do 1 squig, but most of the time it's at least 2.
Wow.
Love it.
I don't know what a squig is, but I think y'all know what I mean.
Hair tips from Manny Lopez on the Angel and Tina Morning Show today.
Best hair, he's gonna have some strategy, right?
The secret
I have
tip
the experience.
Stay tuned to the end of the show and you can learn his secret tips too.
I'll give you guys one-on-one coaching on hair. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
You're
There's
just
no
right.
coaching on the
Okay,
hair.
so Manny, you've got something exciting happening next week as well coming up. So we want to make sure that
Yes.
we celebrate that with you today. Tell us what's happening next week.
My events. I host these events, virtual. I call it like virtual speed networking. Every 30 minutes, we are opening it up to this virtual arena, right? There's circle tables, there's palm trees, there's a stage. You get to go double click on tables and you can hop to a new conversation. And so we've got a nice fun event, the founder of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we've got a secret guest that most people don't know. I haven't announced it publicly yet, but the hint is that both of my featured speakers at this next event have both been on the top 10 Netflix on new releases this year. So we have some pretty exciting people that are coming in, over 200 already RSVP'd. And you guys can join us for free. So if you guys want to join us, we'll let you know shortly into this show. So stay tuned and you'll figure out how to get a free ticket to this event.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is exciting.
How you do the rock eye.
I've been practicing. I've been watching WWF since I was a little child. I've been.
Can you wink? Can you wink?
You should see my wife wink. It's funny. She like.
Wait, you can't.
I don't want to do it. That'd be so mean.
I can't wink.
I always laugh when she winks and she
can't
tries to be a little sexy look.
No, I think being able to wink is so sexy, and I can't do it.
So
You can't do it?
funny thing is, my sister, when my son was 2 years old, she taught him how to wink, right?
Mm.
So for 4 years, all of our pictures, he's like this.
Oh, all of his pictures.
In all of the
Imagine.
pictures.
It's like, does he even have a left eye? Where did it go?
He just sits there, and every single one, and everybody used to go, and tell him, oh my God, the famous Coco Wink, because his name was Nicholas. We called him Nico. And
Did you do the pew-pews?
Listen, and so I have 3 boys, and that is their what do they call it? Like a famous thing. That's their thing that they do. So they all go in all of their pictures. It is hilarious. So on all their pictures, anytime all 3 were together, they're like, and then Nicholas for 4 years until he was 6 years old.
Okay, can you open up that other eye, please?
Yeah.
Love to smile.
Nicholas, smile.
Look,
No, open your eyes.
They're stuck together.
Angel.
Oh, she was trying to wink.
I know. See, this is what it looks like when
And her eye got held together with the mascara, huh?
yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Stuck.
On live, like, oh no.
My
Oh,
dad-
he didn't teach you how to wink.
My dad can do that eyebrow thing that you do, Manny. Like get
Oh,
the
yeah.
one eyebrow. Like
My dad
it's
can
like
do
my
that
face
eyebrow.
is frozen.
My son showed me that he can move his ears this weekend. I was like, I've been trying to figure out how to do that. And I'm thinking it's always trying to move this muscle. And he's like, no, Dad, you got to move this right here. I was like, what? Somehow moving this will move these? I don't know. It's crazy. But he was moving his ears. I was like, how do you do that?
Wait,
I'm
And he's
trying-
like, it's focus the muscles right here in the forehead. I was like, get muscles in our forehead, I guess.
you don't want to you don't want to focus those muscles.
We need
Right.
a little Botox there, right?
Yeah, you got to put Botox there.
Spread that out.
Well,
Spread
he's
that
11, you know, so he's just like, you know, mess it all up. He doesn't see wrinkles. We had a little filter on my son's phone where it actually shows you like all your pores and wrinkles. And I looked at it, I was like, ugh. Right, but I showed it on my son and he still looks smooth. I was like, gosh dang, these
Aw.
kids in a little baby smooth skin.
Even with the filter.
Huh?
I said, even with the filter.
Yeah, even with the filter, I was like, oh, for sure it's gonna make him look funky. And nope, he still looked the same. I was
I
like,
don't
gosh,
want to see that filter.
no, I don't think none of us do, right? We're like, no, let's stay away from that.
That one filter on Snapchat where it made you look old. And
Oh, that was fun.
My God. I was like, oh, I don't want to get old.
I think I still have it on my Instagram. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That'll
while
make you
guys
wash
are
your
chatting.
face every night, right?
I know.
don't
I'm
wanna-
like, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize.
Okay, he's gonna pull up that filter. I'm gonna
I actually think I look really good in this thing, and people are like, "Oh man, you look really sophisticated." Because I'm trying to look
Like
older,
a
man.
Sean
I look like a little
Connery?
kid. That's why I grow this out. I would look 13.
let me see.
Let us
I'm
see.
trying to find it. I'll find it.
Okay. Yeah, he probably has. You know, there are
Y'all
just
remember when I
men-
had silver hair? Now that's some award-winning hair
That's
right
a
there.
look.
Yeah.
That's the, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the look.
That takes some work. Now
I
that
think you
one's.
should do that for the month of October.
I could try. We'll
You
see.
got- That's the
It's a
one
mission.
thing. Yeah, enjoy your hair. That's like the bummer when men's hair starts really thinning and they
Yeah.
can't hide it. Like women, you know, we can do a whole lot of stuff like, you know, to manage our,
You see, I don't think. Look at his hairline. You know, and he's Hispanic. My oldest son, has that Mexican in him too. So his hairline goes like way down to here. I'm like, you're never gonna have.
This is how man he used to keep his hair
Really?
really short.
Look
Yeah.
at
That's
that.
how I was. This is how I was for years, 20 plus years.
Well, it's low maintenance.
Yeah,
Right.
very low maintenance.
Huh.
But then that's when the wife was like, let's grow it out. Let's see how it's going to look. And now she thinks I'm sexy. So
Oh
Keep it.
yeah, right. Probably she likes to run her fingers through it when it's not
she likes
hot.
grabbing it and just like, throw me around. I don't know. It's her thing. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Bam.
Oh my God.
Oh, dang!
That's
you
what
look
Manny
good.
gonna look like.
You
at
look good.
60.
Good.
Looking fresh.
Good.
I'm liking that one right there.
Yes.
That's a good look right there. I can dig
You
that.
look good.
Hey,
You know,
yeah, mine doesn't look like that.
there. Right? Now in 40 years, he's gonna win our best,
He's
good
gonna
looking.
win the best hair again.
Distinguished
be like
Gentleman
that,
Award.
Most interesting man in the world. I'm taking over that title for sure.
I think so. I think you've totally got it. You've totally got it. You got some good genes there, mister. And so hopefully you pass those down. I know you have. You've got beautiful, beautiful children.
I know my boys are going to be big. I didn't realize. I think I have some tall people in my family because I'm adopted. Most of it, if you guys don't know, I don't know my birth parents. Like I have never met my dad. I've seen my mom on Facebook, but that's about it. But I don't know. My dad could be like 6 foot something because my boys. I mean, he's already taller than me at 13 years old. So I'm like, geez, this kid was born like 9 pounds, 3 ounces.
Either that
And,
or a different generation.
Yeah. And then my daughter, she's already pretty tall for her age. Some people are already thinking she's like 6 or 7 years old. And she's like,
Yeah, I thought she was 8 years
wow,
old.
with these really long legs.
Have you done a genealogy test?
I have. And you could just call Manny Baskin Robbins, man. I'm 31 different nations. So I'm
Okay.
31 different flavors.
You're so cute. You're so cute. Okay, well, let's get to know our guests. Lauren, I'm going to read your bio. We'll find out a little bit more about what you are up to right now. It is her #1 bestseller day for her book, Soul Career Clarity. Go and purchase the book today so she can Well, I mean, she's already pretty darn close. She's sitting at number 14, number 11, and number 9, 3 different categories. She's already had it hit as a #1 new release. She's a business and career expansion specialist who helps women break through to their next level of success. Of course, her book is already a bestseller. Yeah, so we've already said all that stuff. I said it first before reading it, so I apologize. I just like wham, bam. Tell us about this project, what you've been working on for the last few months. And
Yes.
yeah, this is an exciting day for you.
Thank you very much. So last time I was on the show was 6 months ago. And at that point in time, I was working with clients to take their services online by helping them create an online program, then implement the marketing strategies to drive their ideal client to their offer. And what happened in March and April when everything in the world hit was so many people started coming to me and saying, Lauren, I'm feeling stuck and overwhelmed. I don't know what my next steps in life are. And these were women who were already successful in their careers and in their business. But with so many things happening in the world, they were overwhelmed. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to create a new offer. And I started digging into everything that I've done over the years to get to where I'm at when I was feeling stuck. And then I put together this 8-step formula. And that's how this all has come to be. I've had several clients already come through the program with great success. And it's been amazing to see them transform through this offer. A skill that I'm naturally blessed with is logistics and step-by-step figuring things out. And so I was really able to leverage one of my natural gifts to help other women who might not have that skill set. So that's been really cool to come together and to get them to their next level of success.
This is so awesome. How do they get in touch with you, Missy?
Well, I would love for you to join my Facebook community. I do free trainings every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific. And I will drop the link in the comments, but it's facebook.com/groups/soul career clarity.
Soul career clarity.
You know, one of the things we were chatting about before we came on was when you become a best-selling author, how your community and your tribe reacts and responds to it.
This has been wild, Angel.
Like
so
different responses, right? Like,
well, it's the different responses you get. Because like you said, Tina, when we were in the green room, people either are like in disbelief or they're in shock. But the other thing I've received, and I've done so many amazing things in my business career, but this is the one thing where I feel like more people can relate to.
Now you've made it, right?
Now I've made it. My mom is losing her mind. And I'm like, but I've done a lot of other things.
Like I've done all these great things. I remember my mom, I think, this was several months ago. Somebody was asking, what do her kids do? And, she's like, I know what my son does. And I know what my other daughter does, but Angel, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
And, so she told somebody, that I talk about business and branding. Somewhere she heard the words like business and branding. I'm like, that's not too far off, Mom. I'm kind of impressed.
Okay, Mom.
I'm not expecting you to know. And somebody asked her, because she says she teaches businesses about this. And the person said, well, has she ever run a business? And my mom legit says, well, she talks about it.
Exactly. It's like people don't understand what we're doing.
No,
it's too far away for them.
Yeah.
But being an author, they understand. They've read a book or they've had the thought, I want to become an author. I want to write a book one day. And that to me right now is what's truly amazing is the outpouring of support that I've received. And just like people coming out of the woodworks. A girl that I worked with 15 years ago when I was bartending back in Ohio, she posted something so nice on her Facebook. She shared my event and she was like, I worked with Lauren 15 years ago at the pub. And I just was amazed. I haven't spoke to her in 15 years. So it's things like that I'm just so like blown away by.
Yeah. I mean, because they can, you're right. They can relate to it. That's something. Being an entrepreneur, we are those crazy ones. They're like, do you work? What do you do? How do you just doesn't.
We just have fun on Facebook all day and we somehow get paid to do it.
You sit on your butt all day?
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Mom told you, Angel, people pay you for that?
Right?
Yeah. My mom came in, heard me speak at an event where I made an offer from stage, and afterwards she came up and she's like, do people buy that? Like, yeah, Mom, it's a big deal. I'm a big deal pickle.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, so the author thing, friends and family, even if they're not entrepreneurial and don't understand, they can relate and get behind and support. And so that's been really awesome for you to even recognize that, Lauren. And this is your first book, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm already working on my second book. I'm going to, my second book's going to be a collab book. I am in a women's entrepreneurial group, mastermind style, that meets once a month. I've been in the group for 3 years. So I am creating a collab book with a lot of the women who are in that group.
Those are always so much fun when everybody comes
excited.
Together, right? Everybody contributes just a little bit, but then we all market it together. And now you've got this nice tribe and community. Yeah, I've been in a couple of those. In fact, I've got one coming up with Forbes. I think in a few, soon.
It's amazing.
It was one of those, like, it was so automated. It was this whole process. You just filled out the form, you just filled it all out. And it's like, boom, boom, boom. And then nothing. I'm like, now, like, hello, like news updates, anything, like, where's this going? It was just like in so fast. But then I keep texting people, has anybody heard? Is a book coming? When can I promote it? Can I write a press release? Can we? No, well,
Can
we
I
don't
get
know.
the media on it, please?
Yeah, right.
Somebody tell me something.
All right. Well, okay. So let's get to know Manny a little bit, and then we'll talk about both of you and all the fun projects you've got going on. I went to your website, networkofinfluence.com, and it says, who is Manny Lopez? And I thought this might be really fun to see. He is the creator of Manifestation, the School of Business. He helps create and enhance speakers, coaches, authors, and consultants with strategic PR opportunities, dynamic systems of operation. I mean, the guy is amazing. And I think I probably talk about you to somebody at least once a week when they're like, I'm like, have you met Manny? Have you followed his systems? Have you taken advantage of his gifts? Have you seen how he automates everything? Like, you are kind of a god in the business world. Sorry, I'll get back to this. Award-winning hair, obviously, a husband and father of 3.
I need to update my bio with that.
Wait. Does he have that on his website?
I haven't updated my bio this whole year, so I know I don't have it on there. But I definitely need to add it into there because I need to put that accolade right in there. Award-winning hair.
The number one.
He has created a lifestyle of #too blessed to be stressed while creating opportunities for his network of over 30,000. This is probably really not even a correct number anymore either, right? Because this is
I stopped counting after 30,000. I was just like, when it hits like 50 or something, we'll update it. But until I see a really big difference, I'm keeping the 30,000 for like at least the last year plus or so. So it's somewhere way above that.
It is way up there. And we can talk about Manny Bucks and Manifestation and the event you've got going on next
You did
week.
just hit 16,000 members, right?
Yes. So Manifestation, I've taken 16,000 of my followers off of my social media platforms into my own platform, the Manifestation School of Business. Think of it like a Netflix for business that rewards you to binge watch our content. That's where Manny Bucks comes in.
Well, he also uses his skills in building systems and brands to fund his passion project, From Orphan to CEO, where you teach mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith to day one entrepreneurs, at-risk youth, and kids that age out of foster care using his revolutionary, award-winning personal development platform, the Manifestation School of Business, active in over 50 countries. Manny, you're a rock star. You're doing some amazing things for businesses, and the network that you have pulled together, I don't think anything compares. There's nothing else even remotely like what you put together. Have you seen any? I mean, like, is this just your brainchild? Is it like?
It's a combination of a lot of things. So I've been to probably at least 1,000 networking events, And I'm the one sitting front row, taking notes, seeing the whole experience, and I'm like taking it all in. Well, you know, most people are out there meeting in the back, right? Trying to close deals. Like, I'm just like, no, don't bug me. I want to see this experience. I want to see how they do this. And I talk to the event producers. I see how much they spend to put these events on, what they're doing to do these events, how they invite their people. And then I get a lot of feedback from the people that when I host events, what do they like? What don't they like? And for years, they've told me, oh, I don't like pitching. Oh, I want to do more networking. Oh, we want to do this. We want to do that. And so that's what my events become. It's just this big conglomeration of everything that's the best of what people like at network events. There's no pitching at our events. There's no selling. Every 30 minutes, we open it up for virtual speed networking. You're going table to table, meeting people, and you keep 100% of everything that we send your way. So we're not taking any splits, we're not doing commissions. Our focus is to serve first, right? You should be able to look at your business as the ability to give your do-it-yourself version to get paid for the done with you and the done for you version. That's kind of concept of our event. So every specialist that we're featuring, they have a do-it-yourself version. They just give you for free. They're like, hey, we'll give this to you for free. You'll connect with this. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna go and give you one of our $5,000 programs as well, because of the marketing behind it is very strategic. It's a lot of like reverse psychology. I let them give away their services and their products so they can bring exposure to those services and products, but they have to give it away first. And that really attracts some pretty interesting entrepreneurs. And it weeds out all those ones that just are jumping from city to city, just jumping on stages, no follow-up, no building relationships. And that's just not our cup of tea. So you'll find a very different experience at Network of Influence events.
And the next one is next week.
Yes, so a next big one. We have the founder of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's been one of our contributors in our platform for years. When I first did my radio show in LA, where I was going down to Wilshire Boulevard, I'm in studio, he was one of our very first interviews that we've done, right? And just is an amazing guy. He's, you know, grown up himself basically in foster care in a sense, where his mom just left him. And then if you look at, you know, what he's doing today, he started the Make-A-Wish Foundation to where now today he's operating a nonprofit to help kids in foster care. And I have to think at least I had some little push towards that with bringing all this awareness. Every time we've brought him out, I'm just constantly pouring in the statistics. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but here's some crazy things you may not know about the foster care system. 2 out of 3 kids that age out, meaning they turn 18, now they're on their own, right? 2 out of 3 of these kids within just 1 year are either dead, homeless, or in jail. 1 out of 5 of these kids are instantly homeless when they turn 18. Like, happy birthday, you're homeless, okay? 1 out of 3 of them go missing within 48 hours. They're just gone, missing. I mean, it's crazy. 60% of these sex trafficking victims in the United States, guess where they come from? Foster care. There is an epidemic that most people do not realize about this system. And that's what I'm here to do. Bring awareness, not just awareness, we're bringing solutions. See, I want to see 2 out of 3 of these kids when they age out, not dead, homeless, or in jail. I want to see 2 out of 3 of these kids have a mentor, understand entrepreneurship, and own their own business. And manifestation allows them to do that without a penny out of their own pocket. We invest in them.
Now, Manny, you always say how many minutes that they get when they turn 18 to leave.
10 minutes. Well, it's not necessarily, it's the 10 minutes that they get when they are moved into the foster care system. So let's say their mom and dad,
garbage bag or something like that, right?
Their mom and dad got arrested or something happened. There's no family to be able to put them with right away. So literally, police show up, CPS shows up, they get 10 minutes, 2 trash bags, and say, fill these and let's go. That's their next step. And I literally, when I went into foster care, I was 18 months when I was in foster care. I was left in a car, nothing but a diaper on, me and my sister. Shortly after that experience, we're bouncing around home and foster home to foster home with trash bags that were taken to each one. Obviously, I couldn't even carry the trash bag. I showed up with a trash bag. And the final place that I was adopted, because I ended up getting adopted for the 8th time, and they finally kept us there. is we showed up with trash bags with clothes that didn't fit. They smelled like feces because literally the homes that we were staying at wouldn't even allow us to stay inside. We were outside in the dog's area, rolling around in feces all day until the nighttime when we can finally come inside. I mean, the way these kids are treated in the foster care system, a lot of these kids are nothing but a paycheck to the foster parents. They get paid to foster them. And a lot of them are only going into it just for the money. I mean, this is why 2 out of 3 of these kids are not having mentorship. They're not being told that it's possible to build their own dream. They're sitting there barely surviving, let alone thriving, right? Us as entrepreneurs, we can see the opportunities, right? But when I was a 9-to-5 employee, I was looking at the CEO as I needed permission to build someone else's dream. And it took me finding a mentor who said, Manny, you should listen to this guy named Les Brown. He was in foster care just like you, was adopted. You can learn from this guy, right? He wasn't like the CEO you're trying to pay attention to, who's nothing like you. Look at this guy who's filling a stadium of over 80,000 people to hear him speak. And that was that spark that lit it. That was like, it's possible. There's someone just like me who's done it. If he can do it, I can do it. And then fast forward a couple years later, I get to meet Les Brown. Fast forward a couple years later, I'm working with Les Brown. Now he's hiring our students. He's working, I mean, he's putting our students in his community. He's writing forwards for books. I mean, it's just amazing the power behind what you can see as possible and how much action you take towards that dream by surrounding yourself with those 3 things that we teach: mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith.
He's getting a lot of love here on Facebook.
Yes.
Michelle MacArthur says, oh my goodness, Manny, yes, 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 and blessings for the good foster and adopted parents. Thank you so much. Something versus a paycheck. Thank you for your service. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, you're getting a lot of love,
That's what we need. I mean, we need our communities to come together. We are the solutions, right? When I heard about this problem in 2017, this was because in January of that year, it was January 27th, 2017, I'm at a fork in the road. I get a call from a friend of mine and she tells me just devastating news that completely changes my whole perspective on how I was approaching my business. And I had a decision to make. I said, okay, well, I can continue down this path. That's easy. I'm getting business. It's consistent, no problem. Or I can go down this new path that within 60 days, if I didn't have results, I would be putting myself at the one risk I promised my wife we would never be again. And that's homeless. We're homeless twice. And this woman has stuck with me every single day. She's been with me since high school, since I was just a child walking around with some freaking fake bling on all the time, trying to think I was cool. And she's just been there every step of the way. And that day, it was a fork in the road. I'm sitting on my bed, looking up at the ceiling, thinking, what am I going to do? I'm telling my wife about it, and she's kind of quiet. I'm thinking, woman, help me, right? I mean, you're the rock, help me here. And she's quiet. And so later on that day, it's about midnight, my dog Marshy starts barking. He's a little Maltese poodle, about 10 pounds. He's got the, bladder the size of a little walnut. And so he's got to pee. And I'm tired, I'm cold. I take him outside and I get this weird voice in my head to put the dog away and keep walking. I'm like, well, that's just odd. Why would I put the dog away and I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm about to go back inside. I'm about to grab the doorknob, and the same message happens again. Put the dog away and keep walking. So now I'm a little curious. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I put the dog away. I start walking, and it's completely quiet outside. And by me, and this is where I was living in Anaheim on a very busy street. I mean, homeless people, there's a 24-hour laundromat across the street. I mean, it's just always busy. And I'm not in a very nice neighborhood. Multiple times I've woken up with tagging right on my windows of my kids' rooms. So, I mean, it's not a very nice neighborhood. And it's quiet, it's silent. And I'm starting getting more of these questions. And this whole thing, I'm like, this whole experience is weird to me. And so I asked one simple question. I'm like, okay, what's my purpose? I know I'm not supposed to just sit here and build apps for rich people to the day I die. What am I supposed to do here? And as clear as day, this voice tells me, help the orphans. You have no fear. A little confused. I got kind of a little resentment because I was already donating to nonprofits and supporting events and things like that. And I thought I was doing my part, right? I was like, I'm doing my thing, man. I'm helping out. I'm sponsoring these things, you know? And I just felt this sinking feeling like you're not even doing a drop in the bucket of what's possible. So I tried to go to sleep that night feeling really weird. I had this crazy dream. I'm running up this mountain on fire, no fear. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm just trying to help people. That's odd. And I wake up in this flood of just wisdom, knowledge. I don't know what you want to call it, but the answers were there. I shake my wife. Hey, wake up. You would not believe what just happened last night. And just remind you, before I give you this next statement, at this point, I'm not a very spiritual person. Like, I've always said, God delegates things. Like, he has no time to pay attention to me. I wake my wife up and I'm like, babe, I had a conversation with God last night. He told me what I needed to do, how I need to do it, how to fix this. Babe, we need to help the orphans. And she starts crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? This is like amazing moment. I have clarity. And she's like, you would not believe this. Last night or yesterday, when you were staring up at the ceiling and you were asking me for help, I was praying for you. I was praying God would reveal himself. He would give you clarity. He would tell you what you needed to do. That was like a crazy moment for me that just like opened my eyes to what was possible. 30 days later, I get connected randomly to Lopez, who completely automates my app business. So I can now focus on this From Orphan to CEO project. I started hosting these ServeX events. I started hosting From Orphan to CEO events. I get this, I mean, literally within 1 year, everything happens. I launched From Orphan to CEO. I launched Network of Influence. We fully fund this project with a Tom Shoes business model. And it was crazy how this happened. And today now it's an award-winning platform, 16,000 plus global users. We're in 77 different countries now. I mean, it's mind-boggling how this could be growing to what it's done. And it all started because I had a conversation with God that told me, help the orphans, Manny. You have no fear. And that's when I found 2 out of 3 of these kids are ending up dead, homeless, or in jail. And I look back to like, well, what changed for me? I was homeless twice. Why am I now a paid consultant to over 1,000 brands worldwide? Named one of the best by Facebook, featured in Inc. magazine, like all of these. How did I do that? And I looked at it was 3 things. It was mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. I found a mentor who told me, Manny, it's possible. Let me show you how to do it because I've done it. You have to learn from people who have already been where you want to go. Entrepreneurship, that's the vehicle for you to build your own dream. You don't have to wait for permission to build someone else's dream. It's time to build your own dream, my friends, okay? And faith. Faith is your foundation that you are building something that is more than just for you. I'm building something that is going to leave a legacy and I'm getting paid $0 to do it. $250,000 has already gone into manifestation to build where it's at today. I could have been riding around in a Lambo right now, but I decided to change the educational system. I want to see the educational system flip from having to pay to have access to opportunities to being able to show up to get access to opportunities. Our 16,000 students, there's no subscription fee. There's no cost to join. There's no cost to even becoming a contributor. You can sign up to serve in our community completely free, and it's funded because of a business that every single one of you guys can create. Every single one of you watching right now can convert your business into a Tom Shoes business model. And it's as simple as a buy one, give one. Price yourself at the ability to serve more than one person and give back to somebody who can never afford your services and find a way to serve them. I found a way to do it by just creating a digital do-it-yourself version. You guys can all do this. Just document your process of what you get paid to do and give that away to the world for free. And you'll be surprised that it not only just helps serve people, but you'll actually end up like 3Xing your business. 80% of your sales are 5 to 12 contacts in. 2% of sales happen on the first contact, my friends. And most people are out there trying to convert the first 3 contacts when you should be focusing on just serving first, giving value, positioning yourself as an expert in your industry, and mind blowing.
He's talking my language.
Yes.
Third way
Okay,
to
so
success, my friends.
so Manny, I want you to give how you want people to contact you, and then Lauren, I want you to be able to share some tips. We are running really behind my schedule, but
Sorry.
give your contact information, Manny, and then Lauren, I want you to be able to give some hot tips and share your contact information and make sure that we get that book to the #1 bestseller list or the top spot today. Manny, you go first, and then I've got to do my commercial break.
I know.
So if you guys have any questions, you want to connect with me, I'll give you guys my cell phone, right? 714-369-8528. Okay, so if you have any questions, just feel free to give me a ring, text me. If you text me the word register, you'll be plugged in to attend this next event. Now, here's a little fun thing. I want to play a little game here. I've set up a code, one for Tina and one for Angel. If you go to networkofinfluence.com and you use any one of those words, you're going to get in this event completely free, $0. So let's see who has the most excitement. Who's going to use it the most? So Tina or Angel, go to Network of Influence and get connected. You can join us for free and have some fun networking with our contributors. We have over 200 contributors that are already in the manifestation platform. A lot of fun celebrities too. But that's me.
I will be one of the featured speakers next week.
Oh yeah, they're both going to be speaking at this event. So definitely be there or be square, my friends.
Or be square.
All right, Lauren, what about you, darling? How can people get a hold of you?
So join the Facebook community, facebook.com/groups/soul career clarity. I do free trainings every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific. And I also post the replay. So if you're not able to make it then, you can catch it later on.
And how is those numbers looking?
Let's see. Let's refresh.
Well, it's still the same hour.
Well, it could have.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Could have refreshed in the middle of the hour.
9, 11, and 14.
Yeah, it's still the same hour. It's still the same hour. Okay, so I'm going to do
we're going to go to a commercial break
because our show is brought to you by our fabulous sponsors. Can you guys see that? Can you see our little? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so thank you to our guests who make the show so special. Lauren and Manny, thank you for being here today. Bliss by the Lake Boutique, our clothing sponsor. Follow them on social media. They ship everywhere around the world, but especially throughout the United States. And they do trunk shows and fashion shows on their Facebook wall. So check them out. I
have a shirt on today. So this tank top is one of the ones that everybody loves.
I know, and that's so pretty. That's right, by Bliss by the Lake Boutique. And then if you feel like you are just too busy to get it all done, when are you going to publish a book? When are you going to launch a course, right? When are you going to do all this? Well, if you've got more on your if you've got more on your to-do list than you can ever get to, then it might be time to hire a virtual assistant with Sonic VA so you can focus on what you do best by hiring for all the rest. Go to sonicva.com and hire your own virtual assistant, or 1 or 2 or 17. Make sure you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, and you will get 10% discount off of your first 40 hours of virtual VA service with sonicva.com. And then our award-winning network, where we are globally syndicated across 7 digital streaming networks, is all because of Zandra TV Network. They are the premier award-winning network where small business owners can tell their story on local, national, and global television. You can discover or schedule your discovery call, getting your content. If you've got a podcast, don't just share it on YouTube, take it to television. Visit beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com and start your affordable global marketing experience today. So those are our sponsors. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Say thank you to them for supporting us with their sponsorship service. And if you're looking for anybody to do business with, like, send them their way and send them our way to be the bright start to their day. Okay, Manny, final words of wisdom for our audience today, like 2 minutes.
I would say, look at what you do in your life, whether it's your job, whether it's your business, do something you love to do, right? We can all get paid to do pretty much anything. I mean, my wife was even talking about literally just yesterday about like, dude, there's people that literally get paid to post pictures of their feet. Like, I mean, I know it's weird, but I mean, that's the weirdest thing. Like people can get paid to do pretty much anything. So do something you love to do. And I actually learned this from Angel. She had mentioned it recently. I think it was in our last interview, but the 3 E's, right? Find things that are easy, exciting for you to talk about, and you've got experience with. And how you turn that into a business. If you want to get paid as an expert, I like to call this focus on the art of business. That's your audience, result, and your time frame. What audience can you get the best results with? What results do you get for the audience? And how long does it take for you to get results? When somebody asks you, what do? Think of what is my art of business? And you'll see a lot more clarity in your responses. Everyone you come across is either going to be a customer or they will know your customer. So serve your way to success. You just don't know where that next relationship will lead you, my friends. And always remember, you are too blessed to be stressed.
All right. So text Manny or email or call him, I guess, right? At 714-369-8528. You can use the word register to get involved with the Network of Influence. Of course, if you go to networkofinfluence.com and register using my promo code MEDIA.
No, Tina.
MEDIA.
No, Tina. Media doesn't work.
Tina.
No,
you guys are funny.
I'm gonna put my there.
I've already put it in there.
Media, right? And you get to waive the $97 entrance fee. Miss Lauren, wrap us up with your story or your tips and call to action.
Yes. So my tips right now, especially with the time of the world that we're in, is to take a deep dive into where your limiting beliefs are and to start to work to overcome them. I think this is work that as entrepreneurs, we get told to do this, but I don't think we do it as often as we should be, especially as things shift in our lives and in the world. I know personally, I've had so many limiting beliefs happen in the last couple of months because of everything that's going on. So take a deep dive into your limiting beliefs, work on overcoming them. And then, as Manny said, dive into what your purpose in life is. I know that for me, Manny, when you were telling your story, I had a flashback to my pivotal moment of to when God spoke to me saying, your purpose in life is to give back and serve others. I'm involved in a nonprofit here in America that supports an orphanage and several programs in southern India. And I travel there every year, and I met a young lady named Nandita. Any of you that have seen me speak on other platforms know I always bring up Nandita. She's absolutely amazing. When she was 9 years old, a virus attacked her spine, and she ended up, basically her body deteriorated, and she was in her bed for several years in a depression. She comes from a very, very low income family. And she finally started coming out of her depression, and she got connected with a physical therapist, and she started to reuse her hands and her feet, and now she's in a wheelchair. I went to meet her the first time I was in India, and I thought she was a really interesting person. It was the second time that I was at her house that she asked me about business. And I said to myself, wait a minute, you are at a 15-year-old's house in southern India from an extremely low income family, and she's asking about business. What is happening right now? And as we're leaving her house, she lives on a little dirt path. I looked over at one of her neighbor's vehicles, and there was the numbers 7777 in the license plate. And I was like, whoa, this is a sign from God. And at that moment, I had a download that said, your purpose in life is to give back and serve others. And that has changed everything for me. So that is something that you need to also deep dive into and figure that out. Now, after you've gone through these steps, it's time to take action, people. You need to create a detailed action plan to turn your dreams and goals into a reality, because otherwise they're just going to be floating around out there and nothing's ever going to happen. So those are my 3 tips right now.
Well, you both have been so much fun to have on the show today.
Nuggets all this whole hour.
Like mic drops and little nuggets and all this good stuff. Absolutely, the bright start to your day. We'll follow Lauren all day long, and watch her rise up to that #1 spot on Amazon as that Amazon bestselling author. Register. We hope to see you next week at the Network of Influence event with Manny and apparently Tina's code.
Tina's already got one in for her code, so she's working it. It's already working. Y'all got to step up for media. Let's go, guys.
It's probably her. It's probably she did it.
She went and registered herself.
That would be something I do, but I didn't do that.
She's like, that would have been. I'm Angel Tessie. I am your media matchmaker. If you've got news, alert the press. If you've got a book coming out, let's celebrate here and get your book on the #1 bestseller list. You can start with your complimentary media starter kit at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. Lots of great resources for you, getting your business started and out the door and onto more platforms. Super excited to be that bright start to your day here every morning on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Lauren and Manny, thanks so much for being our guests today. Tina.
Well, I am Tina Torres, a client retention expert and gratitude specialist. And if you are struggling to build your audience, find the right clients, or even retain those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that will help you grow your audience organically, connect and nurture those relationships authentically, just like Manny was talking about, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. And you can grab your guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. We are so grateful to you, our audience, for being our loyal fans, and we hope we brought a bright start to your day. Don't forget to register, networkofinfluence.com.
Media.
Tina. Tina.
Bye.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.